Hi, my name's Jason, and this is my daily vlog about living with CMT and other things that happen in my life. Hope you enjoy.
Well, after yesterday's exciting video, unboxings and all that kind of stuff, today's is a bit more down to earth because I haven't done a lot today. It's been a kind of no day because I went out yesterday. It tired me out quite a lot. So today I decided, in my infinite wisdom, pardon the pun, with me stating before that I'm a geek and I collect Disney, Marvel, etc., etc. I also collect a thing called Disney Infinity figures, which are Disney Infinity 2 and 3, and I've got them for the Xbox One and the Xbox 360. Well, today I decided to go through my collection, check which ones I'd activated on the bases, and find out which playsets they were from, and then make a list for my sister who looks out for them for me because my nephew also collects them. So we kind of I find one he hasn't got, we swap, etc., etc. So anyway, I made this list of 46 figures and both base units of Infinity 2 and Infinity 3 for the Xbox One. And as well as doing that, I've also downloaded a couple of my games for the Xbox One, Xbox Live Games of the Month, which were Forza Horizon 2, which I'm looking forward to, but not as much as the one that I've just downloaded, which is Dead Space 3, which is a horror survival game, and boy, trust me, it is one scary game. I usually end up dead because I can't control the character like I want to be able to, but I just like seeing the gory monsters and stuff like that. I'm a bit weird like that. Leave that one alone. I do like horror films. I love anything that's horror, but I prefer supernatural to slasher. In the 80s, I preferred slashers, you know, like the Friday the 13th, the Halloweens. I remember a particular one I watched, and the week after we watched it, it got banned, and that was called House by the Cemetery. Anyway, it came out again a few years ago. After about 20 years, it was banned for. I also saw the first I Spit on Your Grave, and I just found that more disturbing than anything. I thought that was a little bit sick, a little bit twisted. I know there's been a remake of it as well, which apparently is just as bad, so I'll be avoiding that. I don't like films that are gross for the sake of gross. One set of films I've definitely avoided seeing is Human Centipede, because I've heard of people that they are just horrible, horrible, horrible films. Really are. You know, the effects in them are gross. You know, a friend of mine who watches horror films as well says he felt physically sick while watching it, so it must be quite bad for him to say that. Anyway, back to these games, these Disney Infinity figures. Now, I knew I was missing a few figures, so I went on to, if this is the UK, you're watching this in the UK, you'll know this store. It's called CEX, Kex, or the sex shop, as people often refer to it. Anyway, what they do is they buy a lot of stuff and they sell a lot of stuff second hand. So I went on there and had a look at their Disney Infinity figures, and some of them they were quite reasonably priced. £2, £3, £1.50. So I thought, right, I'll add about 8 to my basket. I worked it all out, 8. It come to £21, and I thought, well, that ain't bad for 8 figures. But when I went onto my basket, it said 33. I thought, what? And apparently, Kex is the only place I know in the UK that does this. For each item they send out, they charge £1.50 individual postage per item. So even if they send in 5 or 6 figures out, they will send 6 figures and charge you £9 for delivery, which is absolutely astronomical. I've never seen nothing like that in my life. I mean, I've just literally just wiped them all out of my basket and said, no, I'd rather pick them up when I'm seeing them in charity shops, or, you know, if I see them in a shop downtown. I am not paying that much postage per figure on them things. You have got no chance. So that's been me bugbear today. And there's another thing I've had actually, which I spoke about before. I spoke about a coin collection that I got. Anyway, another coin arrived yesterday in my set, which I was very happy with. A very nice coin. Today, in my email, I actually got a message off them stating that the payment was now due. I only had the coin less than 24 hours ago, and they were already nagging me for the money. Now I've got mental. I've had a real go at them. I said to them, hang on your invoice it states that it was the 29th of July this invoice was authorised. Now I didn't get the coin till yesterday, which is over a week later. Now if you're only giving me 72 hours to pay for something that I've only just received, I think that's ridiculous, because nearly every firm I know and that I deal with, they give you at least 7 or 14 days approval, because I might not want that coin. I might send it back and say I don't want this. But I've actually had an email this morning reminding me that that payment is now due in 2 days' time, which means I'll have had the coin for less than 72 hours and they already want payment. Anyway, I've sent him an email. I've just said after I've finished with this coin collection, I'll be having nothing off them again. I won't be recommending them to anybody. In fact, I'll be telling my friends and family to avoid them like the plague, because the London Mint Company, that's what they call the London Mint Office, their customer service is absolutely dreadful. It is the worst customer service I've come across. And I've told them that if I will be posting this, and I've got 5,000 people, friends on Facebook, and if just a half of them watch this video and they take note, then they'll lose a lot of business. I just think it's a terrible way to do business. First of all, they didn't tell me that I'd pay an extra £400 for one coin, even though the other coins are only £32. And then the minute I get the coin, they want the money for it. It's just, I'm sorry, but I don't like that kind of customer service. And once I've finished this collection, because I've only got 3 coins left, I will not be dealing with them again. Not a chance. There you go. I'm off my soapbox now. On a lighter note, I'm not too bad today. My back, the pain in the base of my spine is quite bad. The amitriptyline isn't really doing a lot for me, to be perfectly honest. I don't know what it is supposed to be doing, but it isn't doing a lot for me because I'm still getting a lot of pain. It hasn't eased the pain at all. I don't know. I think I only had it prescribed really for my eye pain, but it doesn't seem to have done anything to that. If I look up to the left and to the back, my CMT is still telling me that is painful. Even though I've been told by my specialist that it's only my CMT telling me that, and the pain isn't actually real. There's nothing causing that pain. So I'm stuck really between a rock and a hard place. I've done a little bit of the wellness thing today, which is basically helping me to accept my situations rather than run away from them. And I don't mean that by, like, if you're in a, frightened of spiders, chuck you in a room of them. I don't mean that sort of accept. I mean, I have a tendency with me being creative, a writer and poet and that, to go off on another world. So if, say, I'm in a situation where I don't like, or when I was younger, what I used to do, I used to walk to school. Now, I've always had this ability to be able to literally put myself in another world completely when I'm walking. Now, I used to do that because I used to walk 1.5 miles to school. Now, once I'd left home, I could put my mind in that other place, and when I come out of it, I was at school, and I didn't remember the journey. So basically, I've walked the 1.5 miles, but I don't remember walking the 1.5 miles, which helped me. Well, I've been told by the specialist that I've got to face up now and be in the present. I've got to not go into fantasy worlds. I've got to be in the present. I've got to take into account everything around me, all the sensations, all the people, the situations. So that's something I've got to learn to do, because I do have a tendency to daydream and fly off all over the place. Not because I want to escape from this world or nothing like that. It's just because I've always been a creative person and I've always had an imagination that's wild and wacky. Because I told my wife the other night, 2 nights ago, for no reason whatsoever, I actually dreamt that I was eaten by a giant shark. Now, I ain't got a clue where that come from, because I think it was about 6 months since I last watched the Jaws film. And I know there's a couple of shark films about and stuff and that, but I haven't watched them for a long time. So why I dreamt about getting eaten by a shark, I don't know. And the worst part about being eaten by the shark was that I was still alive while it was eating me. So even when by rights I should have been dead and there was only bits of me left in the water, I was still conscious enough to know that it was eating me, which I can't figure that one out. I might look it up on the dream thing later on and see what it says, because it's got me completely baffled. But yeah, it's a quiet day today. We are definitely going out tomorrow. We've decided we're definitely going out. We're going up to the large Tesco, which is about 5 or 6 miles away from us. It's a good buzz journey. And obviously when we're up there, we won't just be doing a bit of shopping. We might have a call in Matalan and have a cup of coffee while we're out, maybe something to eat. I'm not sure yet. But that's tomorrow. And then Thursday, we're definitely going Fleetwood. Friday, I've got to wait in for my medication because I have my prescription delivered. Maybe if it comes early enough, I might be going up my mum's or going downtown. So it's a busy, next 3 days are going to be quite busy. So today I've just took it easy and just slowed things down a bit at my pace. So yeah, that's my video for today. I know it's almost 10 minutes. I can't believe that. I could talk the legs off a spider. But I hope you enjoyed, and I'll do another one soon. You all take care.
If you're enjoying the videos I'm doing, give us a like, and if you can, press the bell at the side of the like, and you'll be notified every time I put a new video on. Okay. I keep meaning to say, and forget every single time, except if I add it on. If you do like what I'm doing and you want to subscribe, the link is there. And if you want to see yesterday's video and what I was up to, it is up there. Okay.